So we're doing this. If you don't know me, hi, my name is JustZyNoxx, and apparently just being a Fox VTuber has raised a ton of questions. So let's just hop into them. First question. What style of clothing do you like to wear? Now, this one's kind of a weird one, but I'm actually more of a dressy type guy. I usually wear like button downs, like little nicer shoes and stuff like that. Not really much of sneakers. I always just admire the people who wear that type of clothing. So just being dressed up in those most of the time just makes me feel like an absolute king. Just imagine basically what my VTuber is wearing now, just without the jacket. That's basically my day-to-day outfits. Okay, this next one, who submitted this? Can I even put this on YouTube? You know what? Whatever. I'm just gonna read it out anyways. Have you ever thought about becoming a stripper? No. Why? Who submitted this? And why would you even think I would do this? Like, are we dead ass? All right. So the answer to that one is absolutely not. Anyways, let's move on to the next one. Okay, this one actually kind of hits home for me. Someone asked, what has been your biggest inspiration of becoming a streamer / content creator? So to be real with you guys, I had a friend back in high school, a really close friend of mine, and they used to make content every single day for YouTube. They were just the biggest inspiration to me, just seeing their growth and how far they've come and how passionate they were about it. So at the time, I decided that I wanted to give it a try, and I failed at first as an IRL content creator, and I didn't really, I just gave up on it, along with various other things that went into that, but we won't talk about that on this video. I did end up taking a break for a couple of years, and now I'm committing 100% to it, and this is what I genuinely want to do. Okay, wait. Before I keep going, if you're new here, my name is JustZyNoxx. I'm literally just a Fox guy on the internet. That's it. So if you want to see more content like this, or if you just want to get to know me better, or even just watch me have questionable life choices, don't be afraid to drop a sub for weekly content like this. We will be doing more of this type of content. And if you haven't already, join the Discord. It's free. It's down there. And if you want to ask me questions, that's where we'll be submitting them to. So don't be afraid to join in. Okay, anyway, back to the chaos. All right, so someone asked, has there ever been a time where you wanted to give up on streaming? And the answer to that one, absolutely. There has been a ton of times where I just wanted to stop what I'm doing and just give up. But then I just look back at how far I came. I started with absolutely nothing on the streaming journey. So just looking back on all the progress I've made throughout the months, it's honestly inspirational to me. So that's my main motivation to keep on moving forward with content and give it all I got. All right, the next question. Let's see. How many plugs do you own? I'm assuming one for each month and holiday. Are we fucking for real? Can I even read this on here? At this point, I'm starting to get concerned about everyone in my chat and in my community. This is like who comes up with these? Is the model you have now going to be your forever model? To be honest with you, haven't really thought that far ahead. I love the model I have now, so it's not really bugging me, but in the future, I would definitely love to have different outfits for it. What job were you going to get into originally? And why did you decide not to do your job and start streaming instead? So I actually, I've said this a lot on stream, but I am a college dropout. I wanted to be a game designer. That was my main course that I was going for, but I realized I can learn everything on YouTube. So there's absolutely no need to spend I think it was 6 years in college. Holy smokes, that's a lot of time. I realized that I didn't need to spend 6 years in college to get a degree when I could just learn everything on YouTube. I actually learned how to make VR games on Unity, just as a little fun fact to you guys. But streaming really held a passion in my heart. Content creation really lets me get my creativity out, and that's the main reason why I decided to do that instead of going to college for a couple of years. But who knows? Maybe I'll make a VR game, or maybe just a desktop game for you guys in the future. And then the last question that we have here is, what is your end goal for streaming? Do you have a certain goal in mind? There's not really an end goal I have to streaming. I just love making content, and I love being energetic and talking to every single one of you on stream. Honestly, the fact that we've gotten this far already is just a dream come true to me, and I never really thought that I'd be monetized on like 2 different platforms already. Just having the community I have and having the new connections and friends that I have is just honestly a blessing, and I thank every single one of you for it. And that's all she wrote. Now you guys actually know some things about me. If you made it this far, are, first of all, why? Second of all, thank you so much. If you want a chance to have your question featured in part 2, just drop in the Discord. It will be linked in the description. And for all the questions that were featured in this video, thank you guys so much for submitting them. They actually made my day just reading some of these out loud. So if you haven't already, subscribe, comment, and tell me if you guys want a part 2, because I would be so down to do a part 2 for this. And if you haven't already, check out my other videos. They're mainly sleep content, but hopefully this will help all the insomniacs out there. Anyways, it's been your boy JustZyNoxx. Keep it easy, everyone.